Frida Savannah, and I'm here this afternoon with Keila Gilbert. She's the founder and owner of Alpha Center for Divorce Mediation. And today we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of dating during divorcing. It's a topic I think that concerns a lot of folks, so we're looking forward to seeing what Keila can share with us. Welcome.
Thank you, Frida, and I am so grateful that we're talking about this topic today, because I can tell you from my 30 years of helping people through divorce, this is a major sticking point. They're already coming in with wounded hearts and angry minds, and when the dating comes up, it just puts gas on the fire. And I can tell you, I speak from my experience with all of the thousands of clients I've helped, but also my personal experience. I think I made every mistake possible when I was getting divorced, including dating during divorce. And so I can speak from my personal experience as well as, my experience with the many other people that I've helped. It's something that you feel compelled to do because for whatever reason your relationship is over. Maybe the connection died, or the other person did or didn't do something that violated the marriage. And so, as I said, it's a heightened emotional state. Bring in another partner during that time, and all hell breaks loose, essentially. And there's a couple of sides to it. First of all, when we're going through divorce, it is a major life transition, and there's a lot of decisions that we need to make, picking new direction, picking new homes, and all of that. And it's just not a time when we're emotionally together enough to be picking another partner. And we might be in a relationship where we're being put down by the other person, and to have someone come into your life that's saying nice things about you and lifting you up instead of pulling you down, it's probably pretty compelling.
Are there some pitfalls, perhaps, or maybe just some recommendations that you could share that, kind of like we said, a do's and don'ts list? Is there something you should really always kind of pay attention to? Because as you said, you're emotionally fragile. Your life has been certainly dramatically changed. So what do you think are some things people should watch out for?
I think that the first thing is to not get really deeply entangled with somebody else for at least a year, until you've gotten through your divorce and life has settled back down, and then you're going to be in a more solid emotional state to be making those important decisions. But like I said, if you just feel like going out for fun, dinner or coffee or something with someone, I see nothing wrong with that. However, it's good if you're going to do that to keep it on the down low, for two very important reasons. And the most important reason is if you have children and they have not comfortably navigated through your divorce with you and resettled, that can be very unsettling to them. And here at Alpha Center, kids are the most important thing, and so we're always looking to their needs first. So kids need to get through your divorce before they're even getting close to being ready for their parents to be in separate romantic relationships. So I say if it's light and you just need the companionship, keep it on the down low, and wait a respectable amount of time till everything settles in, and then you have somebody in your life that you really trust and you want to make a solid bond with. Then, so timing wise, it's like a year after the divorce is done and you're settled, then you can start introducing long-term partners, not the short-term partners.
And even if it's an amicable divorce, we'll be optimistic and think there are those, which there are, of course, still then kind of hold off bringing another person home, introducing them to the children, even if it's amicable.
And you know, the other aspect that we need to look at these days is social media. Don't go plastering pictures of you and your new beau, off on vacation somewhere, because inevitably the kids are going to see it,
right.
And your ex or soon-to-be ex will see it, and it's another layer of difficulty that you don't need to add to an already difficult situation. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So kind of to summarize, keep it low key, keep it casual. If you're dating, you may or may not be interested in doing that. And if you are, keep the children out of it, stay off social media, and don't get too involved in that first year when you're already making so many big decisions anyway.
Yeah, that's it. You got it. And I'm just going to add something in because I think it's important to remind people of this, that inevitably there's a remarriage. You find somebody that you want to settle with and marry, and again, it's a question of how you introduce them to the children. It's also a legal matter of how you approach the relationship. We do recommend that people do a prenuptial agreement, which is a legal agreement between the two of them, just deciding financial responsibilities, what will happen with their estates. When you're on a second marriage or a third marriage, your lives are more complicated, so it's better to have an agreement that clarifies, so that you're going into the next relationship with more clarity and more of a solid foundation.
That's excellent advice, yeah, because your life is more complicated financially, certainly. So that's good to be aware of, a prenuptial agreement.
And the sad thing is, the divorce rate for first marriages is 50%. Second marriages at 60%, and third marriages at 70%. So the likelihood of divorce increases, and so if you're approaching another marriage, it's always good to really be careful and cautious.
And protect your own interests,
Yes, absolutely.
That's excellent advice. Thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you, Frida, for bringing up this very important topic.
It is important. It is, and not very well really discussed very often. So thank you so much.
Sure.